Hey there, fellow soil lovers. If you've ever knelt down in your garden only to be greeted by compacted, dry, lifeless dirt, don't panic. You're not alone. We've all stood there, scratching our heads, wondering how to revive what feels like barren land. But here's the good news, Mother Nature already has a solution. She's stocked our planet with miracle plants that can literally breathe life back into the most neglected soil. On Soil Sage Chronicles, we're all about helping you understand soil in a deeper, more soulful way. Today I'm going to walk you through 8 incredible plants that don't just grow in soil, they actively heal and restore it. Whether you're a first-time gardener or a seasoned grower with years under your belt, this list is packed with powerful natural tools you can use to turn dead soil into a thriving ecosystem. Let's dig in. Comfrey, the ultimate soil builder. Let me tell you, comfrey is a game changer. With its deep taproots, this plant dives far into the subsoil, mining nutrients like potassium, calcium, and phosphorus, and bringing them right up to the topsoil where your veggies and flowers can access them. What's even more magical? When you chop and drop comfrey leaves, they break down lightning fast, creating a rich mulch that feeds soil microbes and earthworms. It's like brewing compost directly on your garden bed. Comfrey is perfect for setting up a perennial nutrient loop. Just plant it once, and it keeps giving back, year after year. Clover, nature's nitrogen fixer. You've probably seen clover in lawns and meadows, but did you know it's one of the best plants for healing poor soil? Clover belongs to the legume family, which means it has a special relationship with these nitrogen-fixing bacteria. These little microbes, they form nodules on clover's roots and actually pull nitrogen straight from the air into the soil. Something, honestly, no chemical fertilizer can ever mimic. If your soil is sandy, dry, or compacted, sowing white or red clover can start to rebuild its structure and fertility almost immediately. Plus, clover crowds out weeds and acts as a lush green cover crop, you know? Daikon radish, the natural tiller. I call this one the bio-drill of the plant world. Daikon radish, with its long, thick root, breaks up compacted soil layers like nothing else. If your garden has clay soil or you're battling crusty, hard patches, planting daikon can create channels for water, air, and roots to move freely. Once the radish decomposes in the soil, it leaves behind organic matter and deep tunnels that act like tiny irrigation systems for future plants. And don't worry, it doesn't become invasive like some other tilling plants. Number 4, alfalfa, the deep miner and microbe feeder. Alfalfa might be known as livestock feed, but gardeners in the know treat it like gold. With its ultra-deep root system, sometimes stretching down 10 feet, alfalfa mines trace minerals from way beneath the topsoil. It's also packed with a natural growth stimulant called triacontanol, which can boost the activity of beneficial microbes in your soil. When you cut it back, the mulch it produces decomposes quickly, feeding everything from earthworms to fungi. Alfalfa is especially helpful in newly broken ground that's lost its structure and needs a kickstart. Buckwheat, the fast fixer. In need of a quick soil rescue mission? Buckwheat to the rescue. This fast-growing plant can go from seed to flower in as little as 30 days. It's fantastic at pulling up phosphorus and making it available to other plants. And when you cut it down just before it seeds, it returns a dense mat of organic matter to the soil. Another reason I love buckwheat? It attracts pollinators and beneficial insects, turning your soil revival project into a full-blown ecosystem renewal. Sunflowers, the powerhouse phytoremediators. Yes, sunflowers are beautiful, but they're also tough, resourceful, and honestly, surprisingly skilled at cleaning up toxic soils. These plants are known as phytoremediators, meaning they can draw up heavy metals and other pollutants from soil and store them safely in their tissues. Planting sunflowers in tired or contaminated soil can give it a detox while their towering presence shades out weeds and creates a stunning backdrop. Just be sure to remove the plant material afterward to avoid reintroducing toxins. Plus, their taproots help loosen compacted areas, while the fallen leaves feed hungry microorganisms. Yarrow, the wild soil doctor. If you've ever spotted yarrow growing wild in fields or roadsides, you know it thrives in tough conditions. That's exactly why it's so useful in the garden. Yarrow builds soil biodiversity by attracting predatory insects and hosting mycorrhizal fungi in its root zone. These fungi form symbiotic relationships with plant roots, extending their nutrient-absorbing reach and improving soil structure. It's also a dynamic accumulator, drawing in nutrients like copper, potassium, and phosphorus. Once it dies back or is trimmed, those nutrients are returned right to the soil's surface. Sweet alyssum, the living blanket. You may think of sweet alyssum as just a pretty border plant, but honestly, it's a silent warrior when it comes to soil healing. It forms a dense mat over bare soil, protecting it from erosion and suppressing weeds. But beyond the surface, its roots form partnerships with microbial life, building a strong living soil web underneath. Alyssum also keeps beneficial bugs like hoverflies, lacewings, and ladybugs hanging around, which means, fewer pests chewing on your crops and more action below the soil line. It's a perfect companion for raised beds, containers, or border gardens in need of a microbial boost. Here's what's magical about these plants. They don't just survive in poor soil, they transform it. Each one plays a unique role, from breaking up hardpan layers to feeding soil bacteria and fungi, to mining hidden minerals and bringing nitrogen to the topsoil. When used together, say clover with comfrey or daikon followed by buckwheat, they create a powerful cycle of renewal that no synthetic fertilizer can match. Think of your soil like a body. These plants are the herbs, vitamins, and probiotics it needs to come alive again. So, next time you're staring at dry, cracked earth wondering if anything will ever grow again, remember this: dead soil isn't the end. It's the beginning of a comeback story. Start planting. Let these miracle workers do what they've been doing for centuries. Watch how nature heals itself with just a little help from you. If you found this guide helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe to Soil Sage Chronicles on YouTube for more real-deal, no-fluff gardening wisdom. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these plants you're excited to try, or share your own soil-saving secrets. And don't forget to share this article with your fellow growers. We're all in this together. Let's keep growing, your soil sage.